I like walk in and he starts asking me how my day's been, and I'm like, just tell me, coach. Like, I know why I'm here.
I just remember being there freshman summer and just the way he climbed the depth chart from like literally the sixth string quarterback to being the second string by the end of the year. It was crazy to watch. But yeah, after watching him a couple times in practice, you can tell that he's just different than the rest.
And then Drew, on your end, was it obvious that Wyatt was this good when you got there right away? Because Wyatt, you're coming off one of the best years in all of college football right now at wide receivers.
We definitely connected pretty quickly, and you could definitely tell that.
Wyatt was gonna be good.
Yeah, Wyatt, you're playing everything in high school, right? You were doing just a full utility player.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I play quarterback, running back, and a little bit of fullback and receiver. So it's a wild lineup.
Because I'm pretty sure you're now American Conference all-time record holder. I think it was like 200 and how many yards against Rice?
Yeah, it was like 295 yards.
Yeah, that's a
That's
pretty not. Were you bummed when it was over that you didn't get 300? Like you were so that's a. I mean, hey, it's a crazy
Hey,
game.
I was
but
happy
you
either
were,
way.
you
I
were,
mean, it was crazy. It was crazy to be a part of.
and Drew, what was that like on your end, man? I mean, you got a lot of yards yourself that game. Was that the game that you had 600 and whatever also?
I was actually looking at it the other day, and that game I had like 470, also like 19 completions. But like, I felt like every play was an explosive play, honestly. And I mean, I did not know that he was getting that much. And then our quarterback coach told me he was like 20 yards away, and he was like, "Don't do even stupid, but if he's open, give him the ball."
When did that moment happen with Coach Morris where he got you, sat you down, and said, "Hey, you're the starter"? And what'd that feel like? Because after being QB6, you're
Yeah.
QB2 all of high school, finally someone sitting you down and making you the starting quarterback had to feel good.
Yeah, I mean, it was wild. I honestly felt like through spring, Reese might have had an edge on me, and fall camp, I felt like I played pretty good. And then like halfway through, Morris called me in, and like Reese went earlier that morning, and he was like, "I'll up say anything. I'll let you hear from Morris." I mean, it was crazy for sure. It's definitely the most nervous I've ever been. And I like walk in and he starts asking me how my day's been. And I'm like, "Coach, just tell me, coach. Like, I know why I'm here. Just tell me what's going on."
I just want to know if I'm the starting quarterback on the
Exactly.
team or I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer, but you didn't. What was the number one thing you think you learned from Reese? Because he'd been around all of college football, and
Yeah.
I have to imagine it was helpful for you.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Reach is honestly like another coach on the sideline, and definitely doesn't get the credit he deserves for me playing that season, because it's definitely got to be hard for him to go through that, and come to North Texas and think he's gonna play, and then has to set a game. And but he definitely helped me so much, and really helped me like see things on the defense that I probably wouldn't have seen myself, and give me little tips throughout the season that and throughout the games that really helped a lot.
What do you think the hardest part of the year was for both you guys kind of going through?
Our two big games and the amount of anticipation that was on them, I think we kind of overhyped ourselves and put too much on the game, and kind of made it more than just a football game, honestly. And so I think as a team, that was really the hardest part, to have so many people show up for that South Florida game and then lose, and then still have a shot at the championship and then lose that. Like, I'm so glad we all went out and finished it in the New Mexico Bowl and finished it the right way, because that team really was like special. And I just think we kind of overhyped those two games.
And then what's the process like? That's the question you get asked every time, I know. But season ends, you find out coach is going to Oklahoma State. Was it just a complete no-brainer for you guys to follow him as that opportunity happened?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we were all kind of like cheering out all the parties, just because like we were all under recruited, and like we just wanted to hear it out and like make sure we were making the right decision. But I mean, once we all got up here on the visit, and like it just felt right with all of us up here together, and I feel like it was a no-brainer once we got up there. But we definitely like we didn't like not hear anyone else out. I mean, at least me and Wyatt didn't. I don't think Caleb talked to anyone else. Caleb probably like shut his phone off. I mean, we generally heard people out that, like, once we got up here as a no-brainer. Yeah.
I think that visit just like locked it down for us. I mean, all the North Texas guys being up here at the same time, it's like a family reunion, you know. So you see everybody that you already knew, and it was just a fun time being that somewhere else, you know.
Is the defense outrageously upgraded now that you've had the opportunity to be in the Big 12?
Yeah, I think our edges are probably the strength of our defense, honestly, and against Lily Make track, it's hard back there. Even though I'm not giving hit, it gets tight back there collecting. You know, we got 3 or 4 on each side that can go out there and make plays. And then in the secondary too, we got guys like Mose Phillips, who's been making plays all spring, and I think he's gonna make a big impact in the fall.
Is that making Caleb a lot better? Because he can get hit in practice.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the beginning of spring, we were kind of doing like the boom, pow, whatever, like defense runs up and like shoulders them, and they say he's down right there. And then we had our first live scrimmage, and Caleb popped off with a good 60-yard run. So everyone was kind of worried about Caleb there for a second, and then you let everyone know that you still got to tackle him at the end of the day. So he's still playing good.
Drew, what do you think the hardest part of this journey was up to becoming, like, our most challenging part was up to becoming the starter? Because it's a different perspective now that you're having the success you had than before.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just the days that I, was seeing if anyone give me an opportunity, and it was definitely hard. Like, I wouldn't trade it to like be a high recruit at a high school, because I feel like, then I wouldn't be with Coach Morris, and then I wouldn't be in this situation. Honestly, I could went to plan, just not how I expected it to, but honestly, I wouldn't trade it.
Yeah, and then Wyatt, similarly in your case, I mean, you didn't get you played in high school as you wanted to, so it was more of a position change going to college. But similar to your case, where you probably felt like maybe it was playing all the positions that people just didn't notice how good you would be at receiver, but kind of similar sentiment to you that you appreciate the path you went on versus getting to a place like Oklahoma State immediately.
100%. That's why I stuck with the coaching staff I'm with. I mean, I love being with them. I love, they've turned me into the receiver and the player I am today. So, I mean, I give everything to the staff. They've taught me so much. And, yeah, that's, I wouldn't change my path for anything.